Okay, hello everyone. It is Vicky Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. Today we're going to take a look at the full moon on August 20th, 2013. And boy, what a difference a couple weeks make. All this energy is calming down. Also, this is a blue moon because it's the second full moon of the month. And that's what that means, is, to my knowledge. There may be deeper meanings, but and that's where all I do know that's where the expression "once in a blue moon" comes from, because it doesn't happen that often, where there would be two full moons, in a month, which is happening here. But what's interesting? It's at 28 degrees, and if you watched the other full moon in Aquarius video earlier, that was for earlier this month, you know that was at 0. And I was saying how that's kind of the opposite and everything. Well, this is not the opposite. 28, 29, that is similar to the full moon and the culmination and the harvest, the reaping, the ending. It's karmic usually, and it means, like, have you learned the lessons? So we get one more chance to learn the lessons here at 28 degrees of Leo Aquarius. So you definitely want to consider where that falls in your chart, because that would be where these lessons would occur. Like, for instance, in this chart, it's in the 5th and 11th house. So romance, groups and friends, and things like that, which is its natural placement as well, Leo in the 5th and 11th. So it'll involve people and friends for everybody, just on that higher, what do you call that? That archival, what do you call that? That higher level. Okay, so it will involve everybody, everybody's friends and groups you belong to, because that's the message of the planets. But you want to take a look and see how it applies in your chart. But again, the first thing that comes to me is like, oh my gosh, things have calmed down. Even though there's some oppositions going on, things have calmed down. I wonder if I still have the other chart here. Yeah, look at from this to this. And it's in order. It's geometrically calm. And these lines are like, just like it's coasting along, like little dragonflies or hummingbirds, just on a calm summer day. That's what this feels like. So very different energy from the last two readings, where it was all this unstable. It just feels real stable. And the Grand Trine in water, we still have that happening, and that's like the where it pivots. This is where it all rests on. It all rests on this thing, and then these other things are just like, I hear like buzzing, like little dragonflies flying by, swirling, zzz, zzz, like I'm sitting in the summer, just chilling, and there's a breeze, and everything's in order. And there's like pyramids and stuff in here too. If you look at this, looks like a pyramid, the square with the Pluto on that. What is happening? Jupiter's opposed Pluto. It's getting to a little bit of a wider orb now. We've got 12 degrees Cancer down here and 9 degrees. So 3 degree, I guess that's still an orb, and there's a T-square. But what's exact, I believe later that day, a few hours after the new moon point at 28 Aquarius, full moon point at 28 Aquarius, this is exact. Jupiter square Uranus exact. Now, I just feel like that's just not so bad. I just feel like it's not so bad. Uranus is a lot of good things. You know what I feel? There's going to be a high degree of synchronicity happening, because that's Uranus at its best. Things are cracking. We're crackling. We're cracking. Everything's falling into place. And that's what this looks like. And I think, with the Grand Trine in water and how this just looks to me so breezy and easy, that allow things to just happen. Don't go to the negative side of Uranus, where you are in your head and you're worry, and your head's, it's the higher octave of Mercury. So you can just be da-da-da-da-da-da. Chillax with this Grand Trine in water. And you do find dragonflies down by the water, so maybe that's why I'm getting that dragonfly thing. But relax and allow synchronicities to happen. I look forward to I allow synchronistic events to occur in my life, because with Jupiter that could totally happen. That could totally happen. And Jupiter is emotions. I'm feeling like bumping into somebody, that you've wanted to see. Fortuitous. Jupiter, fortuitous. Uranus, unexpected. Cancer, there's an emotional involvement. So it could be somebody that, you want to be emotionally involved with, like romantically, say, or a family member. But people have emotional involvements. You have emotions invested in lots of things in life. Lots of things that you want in life, you have emotions attached to. So I think it's just like release and allow here. Release into the water and allow these and be on the lookout for synchronicities. Get that chattering stopped in your head with this, and Mercury's involved in this too. Yeah, Mercury's involved in this new moon in opposition in Ceres too. But see, I just feel like good things could come with Ceres, which, like Jupiter, is abundance. So in Leo, we finally, Jupiter's still there, and Lilith, Lilith conjunct Mars, we got to get into that too. But anyways, we've got the Cancer here and this stuff, but really now the Leo energy is really getting in here now. We've got, a couple of the slow-moving planets are in here, plus a couple of asteroids, but they're in these high degrees here. So Leo, you could get the fun thing that you want. You could have joy, a joyous surprise, fun. It wouldn't, it would go beyond basic necessities into, things you just want because you want them, or just fun things, or enjoying yourself. That's all Leo. Leo wants to have fun. On this chart we've got the Venus in there, but I don't think that's pretty wide orb. 5 degrees of Libra, opposed Uranus at 12. That's like a 7-degree orb, and I wouldn't really feel like that's true. I wouldn't count that, in other words. But let's dive into here. Let's take a look at this Mars Lilith. Okay, it seems to be unaspected though. But this would be something. This with this Leo, it's in conjunct, or I'm not sure of the aspect, but it is or semi-sextile maybe. But there is an aspect there. But really, it's kind of unaspected. In Cancer though, I just feel like it's going to be more, peaceful demonstrations, peaceful, to get your point across. Say you do have a lot of anger. Say you are a rebel and you want to cause you want a Uranus, you want to have a revolution, okay? To get your point across, you've got to go a way of Cancer, a way that people can relate. What if it was your daughter? What if it was your mother? Not Mars, I'm going to kill you or hurt you physically, go to war with you. Get them from a place where they can understand, relate it to their own family, relate it to their own women, their women in your family, that women that you cared. If it was your mother, like that. That's going to be the way to have your revolution, because Jupiter's in Cancer too, in that exact square. So you catch more bees with, or you catch more flies with sugar than honey, or honey than vinegar, or something. I don't know that expression, but that's what I want to say. There's bees buzzing, like a great big bumblebee bees. This could be too, but it's like just breezy, and there's definitely a pyramid in here. Look here, this is the one side of the pyramid, and that's the other side. Even though the Venus isn't there, this image is there, and it is diamond-y or gemstone-y. It's faceted. It's spinning at a slow, beautiful rate. And it's 3D spinning. I'm going to put my hand in front of the camera. It's spinning like this instead of like this. Like the other one was spinning, like this. Crazy. This one is like the perfect 3D thing, and it's spinning like, oh, look at this perfection. It's beautiful. It's elegant. That's what I get out of that. So, Mars energy, I feel like this Mars is kind of subdued, even though there is a conjunction with Lilith here. I just feel like it's subdued. Also, more human rights stuff coming to the forefront, I'm sure. This is getting right in there now. We're getting closer and closer with this node. I should have looked up the exact day, but this is getting in here pretty close now. North Node conjunct Saturn. So, and look at these beautiful, it's like a prism. That's what I want to say. It's a prism. I kept saying pyramid. It's a prism. That's what it is. And I'm saying gemstone and faceted. It is totally like a crystal prism here, or a couple of them. That's what I'm feeling and seeing out of this. But in perfection, too. It just feels like we're leading to perfection. When these two join, when we're darn close here, 4 degrees off. When this joins, this is going to be very powerful. The North Node, again, where we're heading, where we want to go, what our life lesson is, what our soul contract is. Saturn, also very karmic, but Saturn is solidifies things, gives you foundations to build upon. So it's setting up. It's setting up again. And when it gets to that point, it's like everything's going to be in place again, and the foundations can be laid. And Saturn is longevity. Saturn is long-term. It rules elderly people. Capricorns and people with Saturn, they live long, long lives. And that's one of the things about Saturn. And Saturn also, if you look at the people, like Capricorns, or people with a lot of Capricorn in their chart, or strong Saturn, what happens is they're very serious when they're young, and they have more fun in life or reap the benefits later in life. So when I was thinking about that, what I felt about this, like, these are things that, hey, people maybe aren't going to like at first, and be too serious about it. But later on, and after it's been established for 27 years, or a Saturn cycle, people will feel like it's a good thing. This with Jupiter and Cancer, and that it could be Obamacare. People are so against Obamacare, but once it starts implemented, maybe people are going to feel like, people were against Social Security and Medicaid and everything when it first came out, and now it's it's an institution. That's Saturn too. Saturn is the institution. Okay, so the Pluto-Jupiter thing, it is still in orb 3 degrees, but it just feels like it's the peak of this prism. It's it feels clean, nice, just like a clean line. Like, this is a scribbly line, and then this is like nice, clean lines. It's clean lines, and it's clean energy, and it's peaceful energy. I know the astrology behind it, the Pluto square Uranus and da da da, but I just feel nicer, cleaner, good stuff. So Aquarius also, I just want to address this the final thought, opposed Mercury, and it rules Uranus, Uranus rules Aquarius, excuse me, so there's this Uranian energy that's totally present in this forecast. But the high side of Aquarius is the humanity. It's all for all of us. 28 degrees. It's time to get our act together. Get over the ego. Energy of Leo, or use that for because this is kind of an arrow pointing. These 3 points kind of culminate in this full moon point here. So there's arrows pointing here too, but I don't want to say last chance humanity, although that almost came right out of my mouth. But let's learn our lessons. It's time to break into this. It's a last chance, last stop, or you're going to create new karma that it's still going to be hanging around for who knows however long. The other thing, these in conjunction, semi-sextile, Chiron's in here, and Jupiter's exactly trining Chiron as well. So, I told you I've had some problems with Chiron. Chiron is where you keep wounding yourself. What I'm getting to a lot about this Saturn and Chiron and Jupiter? Cut yourself some slack. Forgive yourself. That's been coming to me real clearly lately. People are like, well, how long do I have to suffer in this karmic thing? And why am I still, in this suffering? Or, God's punishing me, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just really feeling like it all comes down to you. And, that's, you've got to forgive yourself. It's just really that simple. Forgive yourself. Forgive others where you see these things that you're so intent on. We punish ourselves the most. Everybody does. And you relive these moments, oh, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Just let it go. And when you see other people in those situations, you could send them love and light and forgiveness too. And I think that's what karma all is. You walk in another's shoes, you walk in another's moccasins, and then you see, then you're not so quick to judge because you've been down that road yourself. Okay? That sounds like a good place to leave it. So once again, this is Vicki Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating, sharing, commenting, rating. If you would like a private reading, you can go to my homepage and check that out. Services that I have available, as well as mandalas that I make from your astrology chart. This would be a beautiful mandala. This would really be a beautiful mandala. At any rate, I will talk to you again, and have a great summer. Bye.